All right. Hello and what's up? Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Marquez with On to the Next Door. Getting ready to make some calls to some property owners and see if they want to sell it to me and my organization. Stay tuned. All right. While I'm jumping into the call session, as per usual, I'll update you guys what's been going on with life, with business, that type of thing. We have over a little over 400 subscribers now here on YouTube. I want to thank you. A lot of you guys have came to me through a lot of the content I share about Sacramento and things that I do in my life. I will share that professionally, I am in real estate. I actually actively pursue real estate opportunities, sometimes in partnerships with other still real estate professionals, in times of my own ventures. I'm currently going to be calling a list of property owners in the Sacramento region to see if they want to sell. So let's see what we can do here. Hope you guys are having a good Thursday afternoon. It's a great day to be inside today. It's first 100-degree weather about to happen. Well, it's about 101 right now outside. I got the AC on. It's about 73 in here, which is nice because my entire life I haven't always had AC, and we'll share. That's just what it is. Thank you for joining, and we are about to go live here in a moment.
Have a special offer right now.
Again, this is unplanned, unscripted, and so when I open up YouTube on my laptop and then it starts talking, that's just because it's for real. We're doing it live from my mobile, and I'm gonna pull up the data, and we're just gonna start making calls here. I was just going live on Instagram, so some of you guys may have followed over from there. Let me try to shut some stuff down here so I can just have the what I need open to call. If you guys first time tuning into one of my actual dial sessions when I'm in action doing what I do in business, welcome. If you've been one of my longtime subscribers, welcome. If you don't know what the hell I am, welcome. My name is Jeremy Lloyd Marquez, and I've been in sales and marketing my whole life. About 7-8 years ago, I left the last company I worked for in somebody else's company and started my own. I've been working for my own since then, doing different things within real estate, mostly providing services to real estate professionals like cold calling services and lead generation, lead conversion. About almost 3 years ago, I was part of a couple of transactions, and big picture, that's really what I want to be doing as an investor, as a developer, as a housing provider. But there's levels to this game. Coming from nothing, coming into this game with not a lot of capital backing, naturally at least, like with family, there's different routes that I'm coming into real estate. Such as being the source of deals and coming in as a finder's fee or getting assignment fees, things like that. But bigger picture now, because of life stories and life occurrences, I do have a motivation and what I feel like is a purpose from my creator to help those that are where I was just not too long ago. See, I'm an alcoholic in recovery that just doesn't drink anymore. But every day I still wake up an alcoholic, like the alcoholic that's outside on the corner begging for change for his next bottle. See, I just haven't drank in almost 2 years. There's no difference between that man out there and me right here. Because I've been that man that's out there. From 2014 just up until a couple of years ago, I was homeless. Things were so bad that even people that were in my life didn't want me around enough to be able to help me get off the street. Okay, so I struggled for a long time, staying at first with friends, girlfriends, that type of thing. I even moved across the country for a couple of years, but even though I had some shelter, the truth is I was still homeless. I was still lost. I was still running, right? And now that I'm back, I got back into California in 2019, early 2019, but I came back still an alcoholic. still active out there doing my fucking thing, running and gunning. But I was still running a business. I was a functional alcoholic. It wasn't until not too long ago, a couple of years ago, where that kind of went out the window, and I ended up homeless on the streets and in a bad situation. But here's the thing, though, that was in a period where even after having a lot of success in business, I had fallen off, and that's where it had taken me. Okay. In 2016, I entered my first rehab before I went off to Florida. But when I got back, it was just as bad, and I had nowhere to go. I ended up in a trap house over in Del Paso Heights. Shortly after, I was able to get into a housing organization called the U.S. Mission. It was a work program which let me earn some money to be able to get an actual sober living. I got into that sober living. And then eventually got into my own apartment. I've been sober now since August 23rd of 2021, so 675 days without alcohol. Now, in business, I have a purpose to continue on my real estate journey, but it's not just like, oh yeah, I'm in real estate, right? And it's great now because rather than just being in real estate, like selling property, because that's my job, because I'm not going to be selling property. Here's the thing. I wouldn't sell a piece of property when I buy a property, I'm keeping it. But I'm not a realtor. I'm an investor. I've been doing wholesale deals, real estate deals, but big picture, I'm ready to start developing real estate, affordable housing, and holding on to assets, and then partnering with housing organizations, which I've already forged a lot of relationships here locally. So when I have property, I'll partner with them, and they'll be able to use it for their organization, right, and help people get off the street and into property that I own that is being used by organizations locally and then in other areas and potentially nationally. My goal is to do actual development, partnering with the state of California on a few developments to put up actual new developments for housing and supportive services and programs, but specifically for those that are out there suffering with mental illness, that are on the recovery path, suffering from addiction, alcoholism, that type of thing. The projects I work on will be geared specifically more towards that. Now, will 100% of my units be specifically for that? In a perfect world, yeah, but most likely no. I'll probably have some conventional rentals, that type of thing, but it all starts with dials, and I just wanted to share that with you guys because my why is so big. I would love to slice a part of it, right? If I can slice a part of it, we're winning. You're winning, I'm winning, other people are winning. So let's see how we can work together to win. Happy Thursday. It's not even Thursday. I think it's Wednesday, right? It's Thursday. Okay. So I got some data up I got off of PropWire. These are all investor-owned properties. Absentee owners, out-of-state investor-owned, or out of Sacramento owned, investor owned, with a mix of like a tax lien potentially. So I have a way of like filtering lists and stacking lists where I feel like it gives them a high probability, almost using an AI stacked lists to be able to predict how more high. So my time is more well spent. Now I still got to make calls. I still have to create relationships. And when I do, if they're ready to sell their property, I'm armed with solutions for them. I'm looking for properties that I can fit into my program, but if it doesn't work, I would partner, if it's a retail property, to get it on the market with an agent, or I would bring in one of my investor partners and assign the property to them. But ideally, if the property meets a certain checkbox of a buy box that I have, we're going to acquire it and partner with the state and convert it into affordable housing. This is exciting stuff. I've had this vision ever since I started really grasping recovery and started building a connection with my God. but I was blessed with different visions, and I continued to get fed with a vision of my purpose within real estate. And here's the thing, 10 years ago, I was a fucking asshole, egomaniac with an inferiority disorder, complex, whatever you want to call it. I was a bad guy. I would smile in your face and be your best friend, but I was doing so dirty because I was so insecure. I was a bad person. And through my recovery, I believe that my higher power put me through homelessness, put me through the dark times that I had to show me what I needed to see to come back and do this work, yo. So let's do it. Because the crazy thing is, like, okay, I was already in business. I was already, successful. I was already in the real estate realm, but I didn't have the purpose. I was still doing bad stuff, and I still have a lot of work to do. But I'm grateful that today I'm a different person doing different stuff, right? Start making calls here. My connection's being a little stupid, but I'm trying to get the call screen. Okay, here it is.
Contacting the office of Joe A. Gonsalves and Son. We are sorry we missed you, but your call is very important to us. Please leave a message to you and have a great day. Please hold a moment.
All right, I'm gonna need to broadcast probably from my browser and then dial from my phone, because that type of calling is not gonna work. I'll end this session here. I'm gonna start live again back on it in another session. If you guys are watching this, thank you. If you're watching live, thank you. If you're watching your replay, shout out. Let's get it.